vlogging for 400 days. Let's talk about vlogging for a minute. Another day, another dollar with your homeboy Jermaine, and getting this vlog started off. This vlog is going to be a little bit different than my normal setup. I'm usually running around the city doing deliveries or some sort of random job, but today I'm just going to talk about episode 400 because as you can tell from the title of this video, this is vlog number 400, and I just want to talk about this journey of vlogging every day and creating daily content every day. And let's just chit chat about it for a second. Now, I started daily vlogging about 400 vlogs ago, and it's been a lot of fun for the most part. It's definitely not easy. When I first started, I was making sort of like random vlogs, and then people were commenting on them quite a bit, and I was thinking, okay, people are watching them, maybe I should continue to make them like back to back to back. We're making a video like every single day. For the most part, it's a lot of fun. It can be really tricky editing video and also filming video all the time, especially on certain days. Certain days, like I have more time, I have more free time to edit. Other days, like I'm meeting up with friends or I'm going to a party, that sort of thing. I kind of want to sleep in late the next day. Daily vlogging can definitely like tie into that. Now, one question I receive all the time: Jermaine, how much time do you spend editing your videos every day? This can really vary. Some days videos don't take long to edit at all because I'm basically just dropping in clips throughout the day and there's not much editing from each clip. Other videos can take a lot longer. There's a lot of B-roll scenes, or if I'm flying a drone, I mean, come on, that definitely takes a lot longer because you have to actually go out to a place where you can fly a drone, and then you have to, make sure you got all your batteries charged, make sure your memory card's good, and you fly your drone. And then you probably flying it for maybe 10 minutes or 15 minutes. And then you land your drone, you pack your drone up, you go back home to the computer. And then once you sit down in front of the computer, now you go through all the drone footage and you take your 15 minutes of footage and you shrink that down to about 30 seconds of footage. And you spend all of that time shooting the drone footage and you use 30 seconds of the footage. Yeah, so it really depends on what type of vlog I'm making. Some vlogs are just more raw. Other vlogs include a lot more editing and it just takes a lot longer, and I'm looking for music, and sometimes it can be tricky looking for music. Sometimes it can take like 15 minutes to find one song. Another question I receive quite often that I thought I would want to share with you guys: what video editor do I use? Well, I mainly use Final Cut Pro and iMovie. I use them both. Some projects I just use iMovie because maybe I'm just doing like a simple scene. Other videos I'll just use Final Cut Pro. Final Cut Pro is pretty cool, and there's lots and lots of features and cool things you can do with Final Cut Pro that you cannot do on iMovie. So what's the toughest part of daily vlogging? What's the toughest part of creating content every single day? Well, I would say the toughest part will be more of the editing and the more of the uploading process is really tough for me. For the most part, I don't find filming difficult because I really like filming and I usually always have a camera in my hand. But when it comes to editing, at the end of the day, I need to take all this footage, I need to look through it, I need to chop it up, I need to create something, really unique and really quick, so that way I can share it with you guys the next day. And then there's this whole process from creating this, unique video to getting it on YouTube. And that can be tricky sometimes, especially when I'm traveling, like third world countries, or not even third world countries, even countries like Germany. Every location has different internet speeds. Some internet speeds are much slower than others. Another thing about uploading videos is timing. Sometimes it's 9 a.m. and I want to go out and work at 10 a.m. but I have to upload the video, but then the video is going to take like 20 minutes to upload, and then I'm going to have to go through and make sure I got the song in the description and type some stuff in the description. So sometimes it can be really, really easy when you watch a video and you're like, oh yeah, they just made that video and no big deal. The tough part is, finding the song and creating links and tags and descriptions and all that stuff every single day, like simultaneously every single day. Now, there are a few shortcuts that YouTubers use, but usually I like to switch up everything. I always like to remember the older vlogs, and when they first started off, I was using an iPad, and what I would do, All the videos were filmed in my car, by the way, back then. I would put the iPad up on the stern wheel and I would just talk using the front facing camera. That worked out very, very good for a while, and then I just stepped it up. I stepped up to GoPros, and then from GoPros I went to mirrorless camera here, and now I am just a camera freak. In majority of my videos I shoot on this LX10. This is a Lumix. I really like this one. 4K is a big thing. Before, I wasn't filming things in 4K. Now almost every single video is in 4K. I'm even going to the extremes of making, you know, even the Robin Hood videos, some of those are in 4K, which is kind of like, it's overkill. No one really needs to watch a Robin Hood video in 4K. But I don't know, when you're the creator, you can do that. You create those rules. Yo, Jermaine, what's your favorite vlog? 24 hours in South Korea. That was one of my most favorite vlogs I've created recently. I really liked that vlog just because when I woke up that morning, I had this idea of creating a completely different video. And you know how life happens sometimes. You know, life happens and everything changes, and I was rushing on the way to the airport, and the vlog just started off just like it did, and I really liked it, and it's just one of my most favorite vlogs. I'll definitely leave a link in the description down below or up here or somewhere around. Look for it. But yeah, it's one of my most favorite vlogs I've created. Yo, Jermaine, so how long are you gonna keep making vlogs for? And that's a good question. I was thinking about that one quite a bit about a month ago. I was thinking, okay, how much longer can I do this? Because this is getting tough, but at the same time, I know people really appreciate it, and a lot of people love my content. From watching my content, you can learn all sorts of things about the sharing economy and all sorts of random places that I travel to and sort of the experiences that I go through there. I mean, it's a great resource for people who, you know, want to join the sharing economy, or someone who's wants to travel the world. It means a lot to me when I see that I'm making a difference in someone else's life. Like when I see comments like, Jermaine, thank you for that recipe. I'm allergic to dairy and I just tried this recipe and it's really awesome. Or messages like, your vegan food looks so good. I thought vegans just only ate salads. And you know, of course that's not true. Daily vlogging is an art where you share a bit of your life with people who are willing to watch it, and that's one reason why I continue to make daily vlogs, because I know people like it. It's great content and people want to see it. So you're thinking about becoming a daily vlogger? I mean, I think it's a great time to be a daily vlogger. Now, daily vlogging can be a little tough because when you make vlogs, it's not like making a how-to video. Usually when you make a how-to video, like how to bake a cake or how to drive a car, or well, not really how to drive a car, but you know, how to repair a cell phone, those videos, they rank differently. It's like easier to rank a how-to video because you can just talk about what your video is about, how to fix this, how to do this, how to do that. Now on vlogs, on the other hand, vlogs are a little bit trickier to rank just because vlogs, you're doing like different things. Like you may go to the grocery store and you may come home and cook. You may go for a bike ride. You may go walk your dog. You're doing like all sorts of random stuff. So it's kind of hard to really rank the video. Also in how-to videos, chances are you're probably saying the title in the video a couple times. Usually in vlogs, a lot of times vloggers name the video after they've already created the video based on what happened in the video. However, some vloggers, whenever they go out vlogging, they already have a name, a title, they already have this figured out, so when they make their video, they can, you know, say those names in their videos a couple times, and this sort of helps the video rank. But vlogs are really hard to rank, like in search, just because, like, you know, you're just doing like random stuff. So if you think you got what it takes, I mean, I think you should go for it. I mean, you got to get used to this lifestyle of where you're walking around with a camera in your hand like, yeah, what's up? Yeah, what's going on? Yeah, what's going on? But after a while, it gets really easy. And one thing I've discovered is whenever I like leave my surrounding areas, like when I leave Oakland and leave San Francisco and go somewhere else, my vlogging skills change, and like I just become more just into it. Like I can just whip out the camera and just talk, like just go with the flow, like around hella people, not feel like nervous or not feel embarrassed at all. And it also really depends on what you're talking about too, because certain things you may not want to talk about around certain people, like in public. that can sort of draw like unwanted attention, or if you're talking about something that's like really interesting, that can also make your vlog better, because now these other people are doing crazy things in the background. When I first started daily vlogging, I'm talking about like literally walking around with a camera, not with the, you know, the iPad and the steering wheel in the car. It took me a minute to sort of get used to it. It took me a minute to get used to, you know, talking to myself in public. And one thing I think that's really funny, whenever I'm out vlogging in public and people do stuff in the background, like, I actually like it. Like, I think it's kind of cool just because it sticks out. It's kind of unique. Like, people do it all the time. I'm like walking down steps and people are like, yo, what up? Or I'm just walking down the street and people are like, you know, they just get all crazy, like photo bombing. I can't believe this is vlog 400. Like, I've already made it to 400 vlogs. Like, that's a lot of daily videos. That's a lot of daily videos. That's a lot of daily content. I think I'm gonna get ready to end this video. Yeah, that was vlog 400. 400 vlogs down. That's crazy. That's a lot of vlogging. I mean, that's a lot of cameras. That's a lot of everything. That's a lot of me talking. That's a lot of YouTube uploading. That's a lot of creating tags. That's a lot of it all. But anyway, thanks a lot for watching. It's been a fun road, and I'm definitely gonna continue to pump out videos. Thanks a lot for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Peace.